I seen it after. I didn't even realize that Miami flipped me off until after. I seen it on Twitter. I was like,
they flipped you off? Was it you that they flipped off, or just the team, and then you just say, all right, I'm gonna give it back?
No, I think it was me, because he did like some nervous shit. Yeah, I think he was talking about it.
Feeling better than I ever been. Cairo in his bag, this beat is heaven sent. Back up in my element. New whip, trunk up in the front, I whip an elephant. It's all limo tent, that's how you move when you the president. You S and off stream, treat him like my last name. Disrespecting, you just signed a check for a long day. Appetizer rappers, you will never be an entree. Really, you a condiment, and I hope y'all follow this.
We are gathered here today to have a team dinner before your first match tomorrow. This episode is brought to you by Texas Day Brazil. As you guys can see, the incredible spread that we have here. We have the garlic mashed potatoes, we have some cheese bread, we have some picanha, we have some chicken, some Brazilian sausage, and some, I believe that might be some filet mignon, as you say it, and some salad. I want to welcome my man Mercules to the team. Tell us a little bit about yourself, man. You started competing in Modern Warfare 3, which is like 2023, 2024. That makes no fucking sense. Modern Warfare 3?
Yeah, last year.
No!
Last year, yeah.
Well, he's been competing.
I've been playing S&D, but that's when I started playing like Respawn.
Bro, he's a rookie, man.
You're a rookie and a vet. If you've been playing for a long time. So tell us, man, how has your change of day-to-day been so far? And please, gentlemen, dig in.
Indulge, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's my first time living on my own, so, and I'm also not used to, it's obviously different coming to a facility and stuff, yeah.
Living on your own, does that get, I mean, you're in a hotel room right now.
Yeah. I should be in an apartment, like you said.
Once you get, so it's gonna be your first apartment. Have you spoken to your parents about, hey, man, I'm not coming back, I'm gonna be here for a little bit. Are they coming to visit anytime soon?
Yeah, I think they're bringing my car down like June 1st, and hopefully I'll get I'm gonna just probably get an air mattress until then.
What if you tweak your back? I wouldn't risk it, man. We'll get you a bed.
That's what I did.
What?
When I first moved, I lived in an air mattress for like a month.
And then you tweaked your back? No. Nah, you're young. You don't do that. Only old people do that.
And I'll be good. Yeah.
Were you playing a lot of Call of Duty? I mean, obviously you're saying that you were playing a lot of S&D Chals, so I really cannot believe it. When I was reading some of this stuff, I'm like, you've been playing since 2023, but you never really played pro. So you didn't play any respawns, you didn't play any of that. Yeah. Just straight S&D.
Yeah, I started literally this time last year, so a year. My first cup was like April 27th.
What happened?
It's so funny.
Yeah, the funniest.
He's easy reading me. Oh, go ahead. Wait, Mason, do you have a local scene in Indiana?
I don't even know.
Like LAN cafes, like.
Oh no.
No. So there was no competitions, like
none of that.
You didn't have competitive school, high school, college. Did you go to college? You skipped college.
So I went to like a few locals in like Chicago and stuff.
Okay. How did you do?
Well, I've won every local I went to besides one. I think that was the first one I ever went to. Just some kids came in my Twitch chat. They're like, "This is how I started competing." They're like, "You trying to go to this local?"
Yeah.
It's like team pass is paid for, and it was only like 2 hours away. So I was like,
"Do you remember those days? The team pass days?" Mm-hmm. You do, right? Of course.
I wasn't there.
You weren't around for that?
No, he was spoiled. He was first overall pick in 2020.
You were a first overall pick in 2020.
Kind of was. Came into it.
Was that the online league?
Yeah.
So it's like the player bubble.
You had
So you
people
won in the
reselling.
bubble. They had what?
The reselling the team passes.
Yeah.
People would buy them all out
Oh, yeah.
and then try and resell them.
Yeah.
Who would do that?
Yeah, it's before StockX too. They were just buying and selling them on eBay, selling them on, well, mostly on Twitter, right?
People still do that.
exchange. They still do that? Mm-hmm. Make that paper, y'all.
People were doing that at NBA games. Also the American Airlines.
Like scalping tickets? No.
Are those scams, by the way? Are those real?
"No, they're real, I think."
What?
When people are reselling tickets?
No, I would not do that. I wouldn't buy that. I'll never buy anything from the streets.
I know. I feel like it's like.
How you liking the glasses, man?
Honestly, this is the first day I had with it, and it's actually a different world. I have to get a little bit used to it because even when I'm playing, I have the thought of knowing I have something on while I'm playing.
Yeah.
Like it's not like I'm like just looking at it and then it's like
You can still see the frames.
It's almost like two, you know what I'm saying, like levels. I have to like think about that I'm looking through a pair of glasses and
Yeah.
glasses to the monitor instead of just one.
Yeah, and is that like a for example, you know that you can see your nose, right? Like if you, it's the same thing. Once you get used to it, your nose will disappear completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same thing?
I'm assuming. I mean, when I wear sunglasses, I wear sunglasses all the time.
Yeah, but sunglasses and like everyday glasses.
Do you notice your glasses anymore?
When I play, no.
No.
Like, they're there, but like, I never think about it. Like, you know?
Yeah, no,
I'm
I
hungry,
do.
bro. Wow.
Yeah, no, get in there, dude. This is delicious food, delicatessen.
that
That is
seems
the
good.
Brazilian food. You made a name for yourself pretty quickly in Challengers, man. Obviously, like going from an S&D Chals kid to competing in the Challengers League. How was that a boost of confidence knowing that many people have been talking to you and about you? And then I have a follow-up question to that regarding that very same topic. So the first question was, when you made a pretty big name out of yourself in Challengers, because coming in as a rookie and then doing what you did, and then ultimately showing up in Miami on stage and doing what you did, right, which is help Toronto get to a third place finish. You fit well into the program. A lot of people, including myself, including everyone, I mean, you're the talk of the town for over the past 48 to 72 hours. How does that make you feel?
It doesn't really affect. I don't really care, to be honest.
Awesome.
To be honest.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something.
He's like me.
He's like you. We didn't care
When
about
I
that
first
either.
started,
Yeah, no. I feel like nothing's really changed. To be honest.
No. That's good.
You play for the love of the game.
No distractions. You're just there to win, and that's that. Like you said in your announcement, I'm just here to play Call of Duty. How was your change for you?
I mean, I literally didn't play anything competitively.
Uh huh.
Okay. Besides Hardpoint. Hardpoint, I didn't play anything competitive, and then Control, I don't know what the fuck I was doing other than it was TDM. And then S&D, that was like the only thing I even played. Kind of like Mace. And yeah, that's how it was.
I mean, you were pretty quick to the scene, right? You were in complexity, E6, complexity, and then this.
Yeah. Straight ripping.
Huh?
Straight ripping first team.
Say it again?
Straight ripping.
Straight Rippin' was your first team?
Yeah.
Oh, with
The legends, bro.
the legends, man.
T-Square, the final boss era. You know, that's my era.
That's your era? No, it's not. My man Hook, obviously, like a very, very notable rookie, came into the scene, snapping necks. I remember our boy Hastro once saying, he was like, man, anybody who tries to come and get Hook, just know that we got money for Hook. Like, you know, to keep you and retain you because of the amount of talent. So, obviously, you haven't been only playing in Challengers for the past year because of your first year. Did you ever think that it would change overnight the way that it did?
Yeah, I knew it was just a matter of time, to be honest.
Did you?
Yeah.
What
'Cause
made
I knew
you?
I was good enough.
Did you?
Yeah.
And you always had that conviction about your skill, and how do you determine that if you never played against pros?
I thought you just know,
Yeah,
bro.
I played a lot of Chals and stuff, and
Against pros?
I can just like watch. I don't know. Honestly, in like search, the pros are usually pretty bad.
You can just watch.
Yeah.
I feel like at S&D, like I don't know, like a lot of respawn people aren't that good at search. So yeah, I was just like frying them, and I was like,
That's good. I like the confidence that you have. Famously, there's an interview with Tiger Woods and the other pro golfer that was interviewing him, and he's like, "You're gonna learn." He's like, "You're too cocky. You're gonna learn." And then he fucking did that. And that's you know, there's nothing wrong with making your ego your amigo, but there is something to be said about overconfidence. And there's two different things, right? Overconfidence, more often than not, leads to irony. What I mean by that is that you're so overconfident, you think you're gonna do something, and you end up falling on your face. That's the irony of that. Ego and confidence, not overconfidence.
I didn't do that.
Huh?
No, Ricky, bro.
Wait, what'd you say? What's that?
I said, I didn't do that.
You didn't do what?
I
Oh,
was fucking around.
you did put yourself in hot water.
But that was more like I was just raging because like, bro, no one was playing the game.
Yeah.
Like literally, like I would scrim and like no eights, no nothing. Like literally, no one was playing the game. No one was doing anything at that point. And I feel like low key, like after I did that, I don't know. I feel like I actually did like turn some eyes and heads.
No, 100%, obviously.
people started
And
playing eights.
You literally, I'm not even trying, bro. There was eights literally every single day after that week. I swear
then
to God.
has it died down since then, or are eight still around?
Nah, eights are still around. I mean, maybe like once every. It's like maybe like once a week. Like they'll probably not get eight
Once a
started.
week? It used to be nightly.
They won't get started once a week. My bad.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
But every other day they do start.
Okay, cool.
But that was like the right. That was what I was going towards. Like that direction to like people
Yeah.
actually like playing.
Well, I just find it super hypocritical that that pros in the league right now are talking shit about the Challengers schedule and this, that, and the other, when they themselves weren't playing 8s up until a little bit ago. You know what I'm saying? So all this hunger shit that they're talking about, it doesn't stop just because you made it to the pros. When you make it to the pros is when you work the hardest, because then you have made it, but you just made it to get more work. The reward for good work is more work. So these pros that aren't playing 8s are in the same position and should not open their mouths regarding challengers not wanting to change their schedule so they can keep a job. Bottom line is your work doesn't stop until you retire, and that is just a hard, cold truth. And even then, you're still going to be sort of pushing yourself to do a little bit more, not as much, but a little bit more post-retirement. Challengers, do you think it is the only path right now to becoming pro? Mm-hmm. Do you think that the program that's being ran right now is the appropriate one? You're a difference in very, very specific instance because you literally just made it from there to here.
Yeah, no, I don't like the system at all.
Is there anything that you would change?
Yeah, I feel like I'd make it pro, like the top 4 Challengers teams.
You what? Top 4 Challengers team what?
Like open bracket.
Open bracket?
So they can play pros.
Yeah.
That's what I'd do, honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
That's how it should be.
That's how it should be. I often say that Call of Duty shouldn't be Call of Duty Pro or CDL and then Challengers. It should just be one single level playing field, because any given Sunday, one team that isn't in the top 12 teams, which are in the league, is going to make it to a Sunday. It's just bound to happen. Somebody like Young Merc here is going to be
That's how I became pro.
That's right. Well, what team were you with at that time?
Stunner. Ooh. We got second from open bracket.
Damn. Who did you guys lose to?
That's actually insane.
Yeah.
The fuck? Who's in your team?
Wait. I'm trying to think.
I feel like that just gives more people.
We were an AM team
to play for,
and we got second. Like we were all
Yeah,
AMs.
so
It was me, TJ, Perplex, and Vexed.
All right, I want to open the floor to everybody. I want you guys to tell me what happened at Major 3. What do you think? Wait, when was Major 3? This is Miami, right?
Boca.
Yeah, Boca. All right, cool.
Boca Raton.
Boca Raton, man. What happened to Boca Raton, man? Like,
I think I know why.
All right, hit me.
I think we were at school and I just got like flashbacks, and like obviously I was dog shit at school, so like, you know, I didn't want to be there.
You didn't want to be there? Why?
I'm fucking around.
Yeah, bro.
I'm fucking around.
We played in a high school gym.
Who did we play? We played Boston. I don't know. I feel like we just lost to ourselves. I mean, I feel like I probably say that every single time we do lose, but I mean, this is literally straight facts. Like, map 1, we literally had control the entire time on red card, and I don't know. Literally that entire map, I was like, oh my god, like we can do no wrong. Like we're winning this entire thing, and then next you know, it just says defeat, and I'm like, what the fuck?
It's like the Celtics and Knicks. We're leading the whole game.
I was like, what
and
the
then
fuck? I could have sworn we were winning.
We're literally leading 95% of the game. The last 5% of the game, we lost. And then we lost the game because of it.
Damn.
Yeah, we were like OKC game 1 against
Next.
who did they play?
No, it wasn't that bad of a choke. It was a bad choke, but Chet? Who missed the 2 free throws here?
I don't know.
What you agree with him that you guys lost it for yourselves?
Yeah, but I honestly, after I lose a series like that, I always feel like I could have done more, but like, that's just my own
everybody-
shit. I feel like everyone feels like that.
Everyone's like that.
Yeah.
100%. S&D, obviously, we literally got 6-0. There's no excuse there. I think the way we played that was like maybe, I guess like a learning, especially against those guys. Like they literally do the same thing over and over on that map. And then control was control. Well, what was it? 2-3?
Yeah,
oh,
we-
is that the reset? Oh yeah, that was weird.
We just honestly didn't play that good, to be honest, in that
Yeah.
series.
I guess like the second half, like we didn't really play that good, to be honest. And then we lost to, who did we lose to? Losers? FaZe?
Yeah, we beat Falcons and lost to FaZe.
I
but
think
I
that
feel like-
series was so winnable. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be honest.
I feel like the prep was actually not that bad. It definitely could have been better in terms of like getting on the same page with everything, but I feel like that entire, like both series were kind of just, I mean, I say it every single time, but like learning. I mean, it actually was, because like, I swear when we play now, it's like we actually have like a really, really good system that we've been playing towards, which is good, so.
From your perspective, and we'll go down the line, including you, how did the change go down for you behind the scenes?
What, with getting Merc?
Yeah.
Um,
A little bit out of left field?
So I was just under the road of, for me, it was just more of like I just want our team to be good.
Yeah.
And whatever that takes, whether it be, I think it's important to have everyone on the same page. So as long as everyone's on the same page, it obviously sucks to make changes, but that was where I was at with it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
So I
roll with
was-
the punches.
Exactly.
Yeah. What about you?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I understood it because like you called me. I remember I was on my way. I was doing a side quest. I was a little bit away, and then I saw the call. I was like, I gotta get back to that ASAP. And then I remember I called you back 20 minutes, and you were like, "Yo, let me do you a favor," type of vibe. And you're like, "I think I know what's gonna turn this team around." And then I was like, last time I heard this, he was basically saying, "Yo, let me do you a favor, you're back on the team." So I was like, last time I heard this, music to my ears, it's destiny. You know? He knows what he's doing. Whenever he takes control, it's fine. I'm like, I'm all in, you know what I mean? So I was down. I was a soldier.
I remember getting the phone call in my garage. I literally just got home. I think what sucks is that we went over VOD for like 3 hours. So I was like,
it was. Yeah, it was the day that you guys went.
Because you're like, you just got home? I was like, oh, yeah. And then I was like, let me get you something for your birthday. I was like, what the fuck's on my birthday?
Yeah, it's not even close.
He said, let me get you a Flex AR. I was like, who? Mercules.
I said Mercules. You know what I'm saying? In my approach to that, just a little anecdotal fact there. The only reason I positioned it that way is because I wanted to make the conversation a little bit easier instead of just telling you what I wanted you guys to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a very you guys know, you've been around me for a very long time. You've been around for a long time. You've been here for what, 4 years now with OpTic? So I'm very hands off when it comes to the in-game stuff because I'm not on the front lines. I'm not the soldier. I done told you. Okay. So in this case scenario, I just felt the amount of pressure that was on you guys that I said I'm just gonna take over. I'm gonna take control over the situation. Talent like this doesn't come up very often. The amount of noise that this guy made at Major 3, and then looking into it, and then sort of understanding the opportunity. It was a matter of me saying to you guys, is like, hey, why don't you just concentrate on playing the game? Let me put in a different person in here, somebody that's a more natural flex. Obviously, Caesar being a main AR, we have the main AR of all time. You know what I'm saying? So I said, this guy is perfect. What we need is in front of us, and what is the opportunity for us to get what we need right now? So that's why I said, let me get you something nice for your birthday. You know what I'm saying?
He said the same thing to me, man. My birthday just passed. So I'm thinking like, okay,
Yeah.
a late present.
My shit's not coming up till like 2 more months.
Yeah.
And
So
early present.
how did it happen for you? When you first, like, how did you get the call and all this stuff?
Zenny was the first one to reach out.
Yo, Zenny's a warlord.
Is any shadow jamming?
No.
No.
So, and I told him, don't do that again.
He just wanted to get. I think he just got some info to see if I like signed anything.
He just wanted to get to me, right?
Yeah. He just called me and he was like, "You signed anything yet?" And then I was like, "Nah." And then he was like, "Hold off." I was like, "Bet." I'll hold off.
Yeah.
He's like that.
He's like, yeah, hold off. I think something's coming soon.
And then,
Getting a DM soon.
and then I just started talking to Paige after that.
For the record, we were sitting right there right after the podcast because it was Tuesday. It was content right before I ran into you outside. We were sitting around and I'm like, I was like, yo, I think I'm gonna tell the guys that we need to make a change. And then they said, who? And I'm like, yeah, everybody knows who. Don't play dumb. Obviously, Mercules is the talk of the town. He's the one. And I'm like, but nobody knows the contract situation, so whatever. And I didn't even tell Andrew to go hit anybody up to ask and stuff. So Zenny took it upon himself to do that, and he gets back to me. He's like, yo, I got something for you. I'm gonna give you something for your birthday. He said, "Nah, I'm kidding." I stole that joke from him. No, and he said, "Hey, I got some info about Mercules. If you want it, you can have it." And I was, "Yeah, spit it out, man." And he told me your situation, your contract situation, from your perspective, the transition and everything, the transaction itself. How did that make you feel? Did you feel like holy shit? Not only do I have offers from like 2 different teams, but I'm also getting an offer from OpTic. That your representative, obviously your current org at the time, and then you had obviously Toronto who was involved in that. Mm-hmm. Were you just like sitting in the middle and you just let your agents? Yeah,
I was just sitting. Honestly, I didn't even send a message. She was doing it all for me.
Yeah, you were just playing video games?
Yeah.
Putting that Call of Duty?
No. She was like forwarding the email, so.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't really have any info.
He was playing a Challengers Cup, actually.
Yeah, you were on that Sunday.
He won that shit, right?
Yeah.
He won that shit.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, cool.
And you talked the other day about chemistry and what it takes to build it. Do you want to expand on that?
In what way?
I don't know. This is what it says right here. It says, Ann talked a little bit about the team dynamic the other day. Do you want to expand on that? How are scrims? How is the team chemistry now?
You know what I always say actually before he starts? Like every time I chat, like, how are scrims? I always say, do you guys even really care? You know what I mean? Like the chat is always like, how are scrims? And then they're like, oh, we're good. And then we lose a match and then we're scrims, we're good though. I'm like, you guys even care? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Go, carry on.
No, I mean, clearly they care, right? But I get the pressure.
I'm starting to care now.
Yeah. I'm starting to.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
I always cared.
Yeah, which is again like that's the sort of pressure that I'm talking about when you guys can't. I mean, pressure's always going to be there. You're a competitive player, right? You play at the highest level of anything. The pressure's always going to be there. So to have the additional pressure of having to perform
on a daily basis. But the thing is, I'm not gonna lie, I love it. Like it drives me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've been on the other side where you play and you win and nobody's even there. Nobody even cares.
Yeah.
Seriously though, like, and then here it's like, I'd rather have the expectation of always playing like to the best of your abilities and just having to basically just be on top of our shit, really. And then it makes it more fun when you win, and then obviously when you lose, it's like you could use it as motivation, and it's
Fuel your fucking fire, man.
It's so fun though. Trust me, I'd rather be on this side any day of the week.
Yeah, how do you feel about the chemistry?
Oh, chemistry or pressure?
Well, and the pressure.
I was gonna say, like, for me, it's a good thing because, like, that's part of the reason why I like it here. Because, like, I feel like it brings the best out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
And
yeah.
pressure is a good thing, I think, for growth.
Pressure's a privilege.
Yeah.
Pressure makes diamonds.
Yes.
My God, that is true.
What about you?
Chem thing, I mean, throughout this entire year, obviously, like, we had fucking how many team changes? Like 5, 6. So I feel like, obviously, when you're changing so much, like, everyone, for example, like, let's say we bring on, AG, then, it's a whole learning experience. That you're like, yo, we got to do this, and then, like, throughout the entire month, you're obviously just trying to make sure you guys are on the same page. So I feel like finally getting into fourth that, I mean, I feel like Caesar, I'm not trying to, like, say Caesar wasn't, like, our fourth or whatever, but, like, knowing that this is going to be our end roster, I feel like it's just the ease of mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything we talk about, like, it's not a waste of time and all that stuff, so.
Mercules.
I don't want to steal their answer, but I was honestly going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I like pressure, I'm not going to lie.
You do?
Yeah.
Good.
I feel
Young
like I
gunner
play
with
better.
the 21. This is what I'm saying. The confidence of youth is always going to be a powerful thing. In Major 3, this is what I don't understand, right? This is your first LAN on CDL stage, and Toronto put you all the way to the right. Right, you were all the way to the right, facing the other team. Did that that affect you in any way? Because
Was that where Bean sit?
I don't even know.
Imagine
I honestly
being
didn't
this
even notice.
Yeah.
I don't even notice the other team.
They've been trying to sit in the middle the whole time. They're like, finally.
finally,
Finally.
like, I don't want to get yelled at.
Yo, Mason, sit over there.
Yeah, no, I don't even notice the other team though.
You didn't?
Like,
You
when
were
I'm
just
playing,
focused?
no. I seen it after. I didn't even realize that Miami flipped me off until after. I seen it on Twitter. I was like,
They flipped you off? Was it you that they flipped off, or just the team, and then you just say, all right, I'm going to give it back?
no, I think it was me because he did like some nervous shit. Yeah, I think he was talking about me.
So you took it upon yourself to give it right back to him.
You know, yeah, I'm usually a GG like every other match is GGs. But
Yeah, but not that time.
I had to get my get
It's
back.
it's actually a pretty dope fucking picture. You know what I'm saying? Like when I saw it, I'm like, damn, what people are saying he's shy. That's not. There's no shy right there.
Wait, the walkout, were you like hella like nervous or no?
Yeah, no, I didn't know what to do, bro. I didn't even know there was like tape you had to stand on. So I was like, I didn't even stand in the right spot.
Yeah, you saw Jamie clap, so you said clapping?
Bro, I didn't know what to do. I was like,
You're like, oh shit.
no, I literally didn't know what to do.
Yeah, that was actually hilarious. I was like,
That's good. So the Toronto players said that you kind of just were a shoo-in for their program, and you fit in super easily in a short amount of time. You've been here for a short amount of time. Have you displayed the same sort of fit-in abilities with this team?
Yeah, no,
that's a good question. Okay.
Yeah, no, I feel like it's came pretty natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're filling in the
We just-
voids, and you do that. What about you? How do you think so far he's been performing?
I feel like it's literally the same thing as Toronto, no bullshit. I feel like the way his play style is like so, like the flex roll is literally how he plays. That might sound like weird to say, but I swear people don't play the flex like correct sometimes.
Yeah.
They'll, if they're like if they're using the flex, but they're like an AR player, they're pretty much just a second AR.
Yeah.
But a flex is like whatever that's needed. You pretty much
Whatever is needed in the moment, like, and then the pacing as well. I feel like apparently a lot of people call you slow, but I feel like you're fast as fuck. Like faster than any
That's a good
flex
thing.
that I've played with.
If you think
No
he's fast
bullshit.
and people think he's slow, what does that say?
Man, every
Do they have
He's
eggs on their
hybrid.
avatars?
I don't know. I feel like people like that was like wasn't that the thing in Challengers? People would call you like slow. They're on Mars. They're on Mars.
Are they? Good.
Yeah,
Because they
'cause,
can't
like,
kill him. So they're like, they need to say something.
Your thoughts on on his shoe and fit?
I'm getting Charlie now.
Yeah, he's been doing his thing. Like
Yeah.
I feel like it's been easy. Yeah.
You too.
No, he's been doing his thing. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I even told JP this, but he kind of reminds me of a younger version of me, like 5 years ago. Like just like his demeanor, his confidence, the way he's playing. Like he's just
Challenge everything.
even his little jokes. Like,
It's good. Who the fuck is that challenge?
Yeah, people don't understand what it is about shyness, right? They think shyness is a permanent thing, something that you can't break out of, a shell that you just are stuck in for the rest of your life. But the second that you get comfortable with like-minded people, especially when you're working towards a familiar goal, the level of comfort that you get from your teammates is like one of the prime things that you need in order to truly break out of your shell. Because at that point, no matter the cameras, no matter whether they're on or not, you're still going to have that sort of chemistry, the same bond, and just the overall demeanor that you guys all have as teammates. So I'm personally very excited to see you play tomorrow, man. I've been holding off coming to see you play in practice because practice. I'm sitting here talking about practice. You know what I'm saying?
Talking about practice.
we need some more AI. We need some more. I'm about to put a poster AI in our
Yeah,
room.
and I think I asked you this on the podcast. Obviously, it's been a very tumultuous season for us with the amount of changes that we've had. Are you feeling a little bit more settled heading into Major 4 than you did on Major 3?
Yeah,
Yeah?
for sure. Honestly, just any reps is good reps, and I feel like the next 2 days, like our matches are gonna help a lot too.
Did people reach out to you, congratulating you? Did people read like how has the love been for you? Obviously, you streamed last night. Did you stream the night before that? When did you
No, I
stream?
streamed 2 nights ago, I think.
2 nights ago. That's it. You haven't streamed it all since. How was the first night of your stream?
No, it was insane. Hector dropped a 100 bomb.
Yeah.
Hector dropped a 100 bomb. I think my subs over doubled, so I was at like I
Type
think
shit.
400.
Type shit.
And then now I'm almost at 1,000.
Hell yeah.
It's the
Just
best
off
fan base in the
1
world.
hour
man.
stream.
These guys are.
How's that
team.
feel?
No, it feels good. The support.
Dude,
the support.
I'm telling you, there's no love like the love from the crowd when you win for them. So please give them some wins. Please,
I got you. We got
all
you.
of
We
you,
got
man. Let's get back to where
Please
we was.
win.
Yeah, let's get this bread, boys. And I'm not talking about just that cash. I'm talking about those W's.
And that
The
cheese.
damn
roll.
trophy,
And
man.
the cheese rolls from Texas Day Brazil, our premier partner and also host of this show. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys would like to continue the conversation, please do so down in the comment section down below. If you have questions for my man right here or for my man right there or the two gentlemen at the end, you guys know where to find them. Please be sure to follow them on all the platforms that are listed down below. We will see you guys next time. Goodbye.